Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Gentleman's Diet interview series. I'm Dr. Larry. We have Zak Waddell with us today. Hey, dude.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Thanks
Howdy
for...
from Texas, right?
What? Howdy from
Howdy
Texas?
from Texas.
Yeah, right on. So I'm in California, you're in Texas. Thanks for tuning in to talk about this stuff. Today's topic is Zak's secrets to great abs. It's no, let's be honest. You got pretty good abs, dude. They're pretty good.
It's all lighting.
That's some great lighting. How do I get that lighting to follow me around everywhere?
It's I remember like being in middle school, and I don't think I stopped playing sports from the moment I was probably 5 until on up. So I've always been really lean, and it took me a long time to actually put on any kind of muscle, and that didn't happen until I was probably 25. But the leanness on the stomach part, it can fluctuate a lot, and
Yeah.
like you said, it can it takes some doing.
Some work. So,
Yeah.
so let's talk about it. In my mind, and correct me if I'm wrong in your experience, there's kind of two things you can do in terms of what you eat and how you exercise and what you do for your belly. Would you say that's true? I mean, you're not like putting electrical stimulation on that stuff to get those, or...
No, I don't think there's any way to isolate the muscle group and I'm just going to have good abs, but the rest of me is going to be, it's cutting down your body fat. And, if I had to put a number on it, I would say probably 80 to 90% is your diet and just staying lean.
That's...
For me, at least.
So that's what I was curious. Like, is it more exercise or more diet? So you're saying it's what you eat.
It's what I eat, and if I do exercise part of it, it's mostly cardio. I'm not ever going to the gym just to do an ab day. Honestly, I rarely do abs.
In your workout thing, it was kind of like twice a week, I think, on your plan when I saw it. That's about right?
Yeah. That's really about it. And and it's usually just very light, either crunches like on the routine or there's not a lot to it, but it's just for me, it's just about eating things like a lot of broccoli and things that, from what I've read, isolate some of those belly fats and things that help you strip down a little bit.
To talk about eating a lot of broccoli, you've got that sometimes at 4 times a day on your plan. Is that? Are we talking for real?
Yeah, I can get pretty robotic. When I'm really focused on cutting down, then it works pretty fast. That's the thing. You just got to eat smaller meals more often. Don't do the standard 3 meals a day thing. Move it up to 5, 6 smaller portions. I kind of use a rule: a fist portion of broccoli, a fist of protein, and a fist of carb. And that's about the ratio you need, unless you have really small hands.
There's a lot of places I could go with that one, but let me emphasize. Let me kind of echo what you were saying. You're very good in your diet about eating every 3 to 4 hours, and that's one of the basic principles we talk about that work for somebody who's 300 pounds, changing from eating 2 or even some people eat just once a day, and it's easy to see how they're going to store all the energy of the day in terms of fat. Sounds like one of the keys for you is eating kind of frequent small meals. What about the type of food? Is there stuff that you avoid to burn fat and to stay lean?
Yeah, I try to keep the food itself as clean as possible. The broccoli, if I put anything on it, it's maybe some lemon juice.
Vegetables,
a carb source, either a brown rice, maybe a quinoa, sweet potatoes. Those are really the only 3.
What kind of carbs do you avoid?
I don't eat a lot of breads at all. I rarely eat any kind of, certainly not any, processed carb.
Processed crap. Yeah.
Processed crap. I don't do any snack foods.
Now, what's this deal with sweet potatoes? Because I saw that you're a big fan of those. What do you like about sweet potatoes? What does that get for you?
Honestly, I like the ease of use. It's just so easy to slice them up, throw them in there. They're, I don't know. From what I've heard, the sweet potato, as opposed to regular potato, is a better carb source. I can't tell you why. It's worked for me. I like the taste of them. They're easy to eat on their own, especially with cottage cheese is good.
Whoa, especially cottage cheese. Tell me about that little.
Some reason I found out I had to eat, according to my plan, I had to eat a certain amount, a cup of cottage cheese with sweet potatoes, and that was one of the meals was just a sweet potato and cottage cheese. And I found those two together. You just pour the cottage cheese on the food. It's good. It gets this like cream. Yeah, I don't know. I love it.
You're kind of like an exercise ab geek talking about cottage cheese and sweet potato. I love it for my purposes.
Yeah.
But
the broccoli's the biggest thing for me. I mean, the and green tea. So anytime I'm having, and I think this is hard for people jumping onto something like this originally, is they want a snack between those meals. They're hungry again. What I found is if you get a green tea, sometimes double it up with 2 bags, go in there and have that. It'll suppress your appetite for a while, and supposedly that cuts belly fat too. So I just imagine all these little, just ripping it out in there. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're doing a lot of different things that help kind of suppress your appetite, get lean. So I got the diet stuff, eating frequently. You've got good carbs in there where they are, a lot of vegetables. We didn't talk a lot about protein, but that's in there too. Talk to me a little bit about cardio. So you said 80 to 90% is what you eat frequently, etc. What about the cardio part?
One of the things for me is that if I do too much running or really active sports, I get really too lean and I lose any kind of mass at all. And then
you mean you like lose muscle mass if you're exercising too much? Is that what you mean?
If I exercise too much, because I probably carry an extra 10 or 15 pounds of muscle more than my body is maybe designed for. So if I go out and really work hard, I'm gonna just cut back down again. So one of the things I found is I get on an incline, 15-degree incline on the treadmill, and I walk at a pretty brisk pace, like 3 or 4 on the treadmill.
Okay.
And I do that for 20 to 40 minutes, and I do that like 3 days a week, and that's plenty of cardio.
Now, why do you do that instead of running or getting on the bike or something else? Why do you do incline walking?
One of them is probably because it's just, then I don't have to sweat and go take a shower. I mean, I don't know. I found that for most guys, as long as you get your heart rate up, it works. And it probably just because I'm lazy. I don't want to go run. I don't like to run, I guess.
Now that part is surprising to hear, that to get your abs, there's an element of laziness and not sweating. That's like one of the things I hammer in the book, is that part of what good cardio is you got to get out there and sweat a little bit. So I'm kind of surprised to hear that.
Well, I think the reason that I was so effective at it is just because I was in the gym 5 to 6 days a week, and it was just the rate at which I did it. I was in there a lot.
Yeah, cool. Well, great. Let's wrap this one up. So check out more videos and Zak's diet plan, both in the book, The Gentleman's Diet, and at www.drlarry.com. Zak, thank you very much for your secrets on great abs.
Thanks, Doctor.